job description. It states the ideal candidate must be a good team worker, be prepared for the interview question. Tell me about a time when you worked on a team. Read the job description carefully. It will give you a clue as to the type of questions you will have to answer.
Before we start, let me point out some new key features which are coming with CC5. The first one is subdivision workflow. So now there are two subdivisions, which means that you can work with denser meshes, with high quality meshes. I think one of the most important feature is HD morphs. Now there are 20 more facial morphs and 152 body morphs, which makes it fully compatible with metahuman facial animations, by the way. So if you have any performance outputs that you can directly apply into CC5 characters or vice versa, which is very cool. About HD eyes and lashes, yeah, there are more HD eyes, and also eyelashes are separate objects now, which makes it very easy to work with. Organic skin, which I found it very handy, to be honest. You can work with different layers and you can apply makeups or different adjustments, which you can combine with your skin as well. And also you can check if you want to learn more, but I will jump into the software and let's figure out and experiment what we can do with this. So initially, if you open the content, you need to start with some character. So I will start with HD natural one. So from the start we will try to experiment and try out almost everything. Let's see. Most of the time I will be just dragging and dropping something. I will throwing something into the viewport and it magically works. Okay, our guy is here. So let's actually check out the subdivision thing. If you press Alt and 2, it will display the wireframes and you can see how many vertices. You can see the geometry in detail. So this is subdivision 1. We can go to subdivision 2 from here clicking. So let's see. Okay, now it is changed to subdivision 2. As you can see, there are more vertices right now. If you have had some performance issues, you can press Ctrl F to see what's happening, and you can, or maybe turn something down here, but I will continue with subdivision 2. So let's focus on the body first. I will press F to see from front view. Also you can switch from here if you want to see from different angles. There are some shortcuts. So probably the first thing you will realize if you enable this morph option here, if I hover my mouse, I can play around with some parts here in the character directly. So if I click and drag my mouse, I can actually adjust directly from the viewport, which is very cool because we will be doing many slider adjustments, and if I don't like somewhere, I can directly affect it. I can directly do my changes on the fly. So I will go to the modify and let's actually figure out what are these new HD morphs. Let's focus on the body in the beginning. As I said, I will try to go with maybe HD morphs directly. With HD body, yeah, there are we have almost unlimited options, seems like. But I will try to create some old guy so we can experiment the wrinkles and stuff. So let's search with maybe elder here in HD body, and maybe let's start with elder body slider first. We have different types of elder by the way, so we can play around with them to fine-tune what kind of body type that we want. Or if you want to exaggerate at some point, still you can go with that part and you can play with that as well. So this is also a full body, so we can play around and fine-tune. I think I will continue with this for now. So let's focus on the head and let's try to keep the same behavior for the face. I will press J to focus on the face, and let's see HD head. Also, we are searching with Elder, so maybe we can play around with this initial morphs. So still I can go and drag and adjust any kind of body part I want. I think initially this looks fine. Let's fine tune, go to the body parts here and directly do some adjustment with the face parts here. For example, in the full head we have this face angle and other sliders that we can play around. So this guy is not a really fat guy, so I will not go with this face heavy. Maybe we can even a little bit slightly make it down. I think I will continue with that kind of look for now, which seems pretty good. And maybe we can continue with skin editing. In the content I will try to find out what are the skins that we can use. In the overall section we have 2K, 4K, even 8K textures. So what I will do, so we have only two 8K textures which are created for initial characters, but I think we can drag and drop this Aaron 8K skin texture into my character. Actually, let's see what will happen first. If I try to do this, it should ask me what I need to replace. So initially I will select everything here, including expression wrinkles, and let me tell you what's happening here. So it is converting all the texture data into my character, so it will be applied. But of course it's an 8K texture, so it might take some time. Okay, our texture is ready. Our also skin looks good. By the way, after you apply 8K textures, you might not be able to see that on the viewport directly. If you go to edit and preference, you will see that what is the max resolution of texture is being displayed on the viewport, and you can adjust this max texture size. So I have already set it to 8K, so I can see that on the viewport directly. And if we look it closely, that we can see that, yeah, this is definitely an 8K texture. But again, please make sure that your hardware is also okay with that. So just double check. For example, it is eating my VRAM for now. This is still totally fine, I guess. Can continue with this. So we can go to this skin material options. For example, we can play around with the skin color and so on. So in this case, I will go to modify, and here we have material options. So I will select skin head, digital human head or digital human skin. Whatever you do some material change, it will apply both of skin and head, so don't worry about this. And you go to skin color option here down there, and you can activate skin color, and you can open color adjustment and activate as well. So here we can play around with some values. So initially I think after activating its illumination is too much, because it might wash some of the texture details. So I will keep it a bit low, but also there are some presets that you can play around and you can experience, I think. But I will go with this, and I will just take this illumination a bit down. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. After doing this, most of the time I bake skin color to diffuse map, and I disable this option. Actually, let me go and do this. It will also take some time, but because once we try to apply some makeups and stuff, it will also try to do this without deactivating this thing. So actually what's happening here is we are reapplying after changing any material colors, and if you keep these options selected, then actually what's happening, if you go to the skin gen editor, it bakes your texture into the diffuse map, and still again applying this option, it makes it a bit weird. So you might not be able to figure out by yourself, but I'm just saying, after you are okay with the skin color, just bake this one into the diffuse map and disable these options. Okay, this is also ready, and I can deactivate these parts, and we are ready to go. Our skin material adjustments are ready. Maybe we can go to the makeup section directly, because we will go to the skin gen editor, and here I will directly go to the content, and let's try to find out what we have here. We have some preset full makeups, also you can try to put them, but also any part of the body you can find many options over there for lips, eyebrows, and even there are different weird stuff is there. But I will just go with some preset, and we will have the layers already, so we can play around with the layers and with some options with that. Maybe I can start with this initially, because this guy is an old guy, probably it will look like an retired colonel. How do I see? So we are entering the skin gen editing mode. We will be also seeing the layers. Okay, now we have applied our first makeup, and of course it is I think a low resolution makeup, so probably it is eating my skin textures over there, but don't worry, we will try to adjust those values. So if we go to the modify section, and here we have appearance, and we can tweak around with these things and see what are the things are applied here layer by layer. So for example, here it's eyeshadow. Probably I will remove that or make the opacity very low to make it to keep my character's appearance. So this paint 3, let's try to remove. Okay, this is the upper or lower side. This is a bit light greenish, so I didn't like it. I will just delete this layer completely, and let's see what is this. This one is the green one. Let's skip this one, and this one is the yellowish. I will also delete this one. This is mud. Yeah, I think this one. Let's check also the other one. Yeah, this is the other outer layer, mud base. So what if let's actually remove this mud base and let's keep mud only, because seems like this is a bit cleaner. Also maybe we can play around with the opacity, and also you after you click one of these layers, you will see that the blending option. So for example, we have a texture settings and a blend map here. So actually we can go and change to the different type. Even you can open Photoshop or any video, like image editor, to select and play around with this. I will just copy this one, maybe if I want to put the same thing. See, for example, this guy has become a football football ball. Okay, let's go with the existing one here. I think this looks pretty good, and also we can do the same thing for this part. This is the green layer of the makeup, so maybe we can go with a bit more cleaner makeup here just to keep it there. And also, if you didn't like some of the parts, still you can go and edit this part directly, and you can customize how your makeup is gonna look like. I think I will keep like this for now. Let's try to find out what we can do more. Maybe we can play around with the color itself. Let's keep it a bit darker green here. Okay, this looks cool. I will just disable the activate editor so we can focus on different things, maybe eyes. So yeah, this is gonna bake your textures. Okay, our character has come back. Let's go with the different parts of the face. Maybe we can go with actor, and here we have an eye section, and we have the HD eyes. These are the new elements. We can play around with this and check them out together here. For example, let's put this one. Of course, we have an eye, so we want to replace that. Actually, this looks pretty good as well. Also, we can go and quickly check the material options, but let's try to find which looks good with the character. What about these greenish ones? Actually, I find this looks better than the other ones, but as you can see, the eyes are a bit bigger because of the object itself, because I think this one was the used in this character, which is the goblin one. So of course the eyes are bigger, but we can go to modify here the material options. If we select digital human eye material, says eye creation, we don't need this one. Let's go to scene and select this one and go to modify. Digital human occlusion HD. This is not the thing that we want. Yeah, CC base eye. I think that should be, yes, we are looking for digital human eye material, which we can do the customization for eye. For eyes, we have many options here for eye, iris, limbus, and sclera also. Let's try to play around with this and let's see which works best. This is depth scale, so probably if I look from that side, I can see that actually we are moving them. Iris roughness, and this one is gonna do the reflection stuff, I think. Yes. By the way, still, if you didn't like the thing and maybe you want to reset to the default value, you can double click on the title itself and it will put it on the default value, which is very useful if you like toggling too much with these sliders. This is iris color brightness. I think this looks pretty good. And yeah, we need to play around with the eye size itself, and let's try to find out how we can do that. This is limbus. This is the outside of the eye. Maybe we can go with lower values here, not to have too much darker outside here. I think this looks pretty good. And here, sclera, we have UV scale. I think this will do the trick here. Not this one. Then UV radius maybe. Yeah, this one. But also it might affect the other stuff. But I think for us we can use it and we can tweak the other, like for example this shadow stuff, to make it better here. And yeah, after doing that, I think I will play around with these ones as well. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, it was too dark, I think, so become too bright. I think this looks a bit more natural here. But of course, these eyes are not for humans probably, so. But still, I found this still looking pretty good, so I will keep using them. Okay, more. What we can add more? Maybe we can go to hair section, but before going to hair, actually let me show you something about this wrinkles and the makeup itself. If you do maybe you will encounter with the same thing and you don't know what to do. So I will quickly go to modify here, and yeah, edit facial. I'm looking for this one. So if we open this one, for example, let's select some areas over here to see the wrinkles over there. So for example, if I move up there, the wrinkles are being applied. Yes, we can see the wrinkles, but it overrides the makeup itself. So we can do the same thing for maybe the mouth area. Probably we will have the same issue here. Yes. So let me tell you what's happening here. So if we go and let's reset to 0 and let's go to modify and wrinkles. So as you can see, once we drag and drop this skin texture, this 8K skin texture from our own, we also selected apply wrinkles. So that character had some diffuse map wrinkles. So what's happening here, if we any wrinkles is being applied to the character, it overrides the makeup itself, because this is how the wrinkles works. So we can go and find a wrinkle which doesn't have a diffuse map, and we can apply it. So in actor we can go to expression wrinkles. Let's try to find out, maybe because this guy is a bit old and maybe we need to have some exaggerated wrinkles here. Let's go with this one maybe. I will just apply it and it will also converting data and it will do everything for you. So here let's double check the wrinkles here. As you can see, we don't have any diffuse maps, so it should work. Also you can double click here. I think it will also work with expressions. I need to select this one, and yeah, see, for example, still I can see the wrinkles, but it is not overriding any makeup, and this looks pretty good. So we can put it on neutral pose and continue with some other stuff. Maybe some hair and hair materials. Can add some hair. Let's go to hair section and hairstyle. These hairstyles are like a combined version of some hair elements. Or if you want to create your own hairstyle, still you can combine with many other different hair elements, and you can actually fine-tune or create your own hairstyle. But I will go with hair group, and let's see what we have here. Probably I will go with some predefined stuff here. Actually this looked pretty good initially, but let's see what we can do more. I'm just dragging and dropping, throwing some some hairstyles. We have also individual hair elements. If we don't want this part to be empty that much, we can, this is right side, this is left side, so we can apply this elements directly. For example, this one, it's not gonna look good, but I will just try to show you. For example, here we can add it. So I will just delete this for now, and let's try to find maybe this one. I think this also looks fine, so I will go with this because I want to see the facial features while we are animating this guy. So I don't want anything to come into the face. So let's go with some hair material settings. So I will select digital human hair, and we have strand color. Probably that's the most of the time you will be dealing with. We have root color and end color. This is the root color and this is the end color. So we can play around with those values to fine tune the example. I will go with maybe some black hair. So as you can see that there are different hair elements we can see from a scene section. For example, this back swept top and crew cut. Yes, I was looking for this. Yes, this is another hair element. So what we can do, we can go to modify section and we can copy, right click on this, copy shader parameters, and we can apply it to the other one. So I will just go there, I select the top, I copy the shader parameters, and I will go to crew cut and I will paste the shader parameters and it will work. So maybe a bit, I will just disable this morph section to see more clear without these highlights. Maybe we can go with a bit maybe white hair. I think this looks better than the initial one. So still, if I can enable the morph option and I can play around with body parts at the same time. Okay, maybe we can go with some beard here as well. If we go to here, actually this we need to find, yeah, the beard section. I will also go with a very light version of one of these. Let me just try out how they look first. This countryside here. I think this also look pretty good. What about Viking hair? Yeah, this is definitely too much. Maybe stubble hair makes it. I think I will go with this so we can clearly see. And we can also apply the same shader parameters which are coming from the hair to this one, I guess. We'll just quickly check what are the strand colors we have. Maybe we don't need any adjustments here because they are still they're pretty, looks good together with the hair, so I will just leave it as is. Okay, what we can do more? Maybe we can focus on body and trying to see the other HD morphs. Let's try modify and morphs, and let's go HD body, maybe HD human anatomy set here. These are body athletic. Even we can play around with belly button. This is a female belly button basically, but still we can do some adjustments. Maybe we can quickly animate and see how it looks, and we can adjust the lighting and stuff to make it look more interesting. Male, maybe emote. We might want to play with it, but this looks pretty good for now. Maybe we can just remove this makeup overall to see the real skin quality, or maybe we can remove the parts on the forehead. Let's go to skin editor and let's try to fine-tune this dirt section because this is too much. And we can go to modify and here appearance. Let's activate editor and they will come up here. And we can see the layering system again and do further adjustments. Okay, now I think the mud was doing the thing, so maybe we can go something like this. I'm not sure, but I will try to find a light version of maybe something like this, not too much, just to see that it's just too fancy. Yeah, I think this, I will keep it in that way, I guess. And maybe we can lower the opacity a bit down. Or maybe play around with the color also. This is initially matte, but I will just copy this color. I will try to play around. I think a reddish color would be nice here. So I think I will go with this. Let's deactivate the editor. Okay, our guy is back. It looks pretty good. And in the meantime, we can still go with Ctrl+Shift+F just to double check everything is fine. Yeah, the wrinkles are great. There are something is happening with the, maybe we can keep it in this way and we can try to conform this hair area, but I'm just focusing on the wrinkles for now. That's everything working fine, thing which is fine. So I will keep it in this way and I will click the side. Let's see if we selected the correct one first. And this is crew cut. Yeah, that was the sides of the head. So we can go to modify and we can assign comfortable regions. I think we can activate, can select hairline maybe. Okay, this one is the hairline, so this is not what we want. Scalp, yeah, this should align with the mesh itself. I think this should resolve. Let's try to apply and see how it works. See, it fixed that issue. Okay, we can go to Ctrl+Shift+F to reset this one, or maybe play around with more here. Yeah, this is totally fine. Let's close this one and let's check what we can do more. Maybe we can play around with eyelashes because this is too plain, and maybe adding something might make some difference here. I will go with, I don't want to pick something very exaggerated. Yeah, let's try. This is straight. Probably for a female character, but let's see. I think this still looks good, so I will keep it. That's not too much, I think, on outside. Yeah, I think not too much, so we can keep it. Okay, let's try to play some motions again. Maybe we can focus on teeth and other stuff in the meantime. Okay, let's put some teeth and let's play around with some values as well. So here let's go with HD teeth and we have 4K stuff, so let's throw this one into the viewport. Yeah, this looks definitely better, but still it can be better. Let's go to material options. We have teeth brightness and other stuff, so this guy is a bit... Actually, let's focus on the bottom one, so we can copy the settings. The teeth brightness, I think we can keep it as normal. I think that was not normal. Okay, let's keep it like this. This one, maybe somewhere here. But gum, we need to find like a same skin color maybe. This is front roughness. This is this saturation. I think this is fine. I will just copy and paste this one to the upper teeth as well. Yeah, this looks better than the initial one for sure. Okay, maybe we can go and throw something more. What about cloth? Let's find some weird t-shirts here. Yeah, of course, this biker stuff. I don't want to see the down there thing, yeah. This very cool guy. Let's give him pants. Whoa, this looks like ugly as fuck. This doesn't also look good. Okay, biker jeans. I think this one was the set. Let's see. Yeah, not so bad. Let's keep it like this for now, and let's try to fine-tune some parameters here as well. So about this shirt, I think this doesn't look... So here so many sharp points. I think this is not very subdivided, but I think this is fine. I will not play around with this, but we have the option to do some mesh changes over here as well. But I will not go with that. These are overall skins, and here we have different things that we can apply actually, which might be good to use it here. For example, this scar. It should go to the skin gen editor, I believe. So it will be another layer in the top of the makeup. So if I go to the modify and appearance, we will see that it is related to skin, not to makeup. So this is completely another tab, so it will be combined together, so it should be fine. Let's go. What are the options we have here? We can scale. I think this one is transform, so it will be bigger, or okay, so it is somewhere around the origin point, so we can scale in that way. Also we have pattern. If we want to have a different different kind of scars here, still we can do these kind of things. So I will just delete and add. Let's edit again. I think I have already deleted the existing layer, so it should be fine. Okay, where is this pattern? Yeah, and skin gen pattern in the scar section. Okay. Actually, we can scale this thing to make it, I think, to do at some point. If we want to. I think I will go like this. Let's also close this editor and let's see how it looks with the overall character here. Okay, this looks pretty good. And what we can do more? Okay, there are many other things that we can do, but I will go to some stage settings here to have a cool shot. And we have light rooms initially. Let's find out which works best. Maybe authority. Yeah, I think this one is also looks good together with the backdrop. I think I will just go to scene in this backdrop. Let's remove this one for now. I think this looks pretty good. I think we can use this room initially. Let's find some atmosphere. This is too much. So I didn't like that one. I think this should be fine. We can just play around with the light angle and it should be ready to go. But let's play around with the other things as well. Woohoo. Think, yeah, we don't see much on the eye in this lighting, so I think this is pretty good. Yeah, I will go with this one. And also let's play around with some lightning stuff here. This is backdrop, which we hide already. This is back, this is key light. And this is the backlight here, this is the directional light. this back. It seems like it's a key light, but I'm not sure where it is. To find the good reflections on the eyes. And let's go with some cool camera settings here. What about scene and camera? Let's go to modify here with the settings. Yeah, this depth of field probably will do the trick here. So we can play around with this to find a really cool shot. I will just view these regions so we can fine tune more. Not too much, I think. Let's see how it looks like. It might take some time because yes, we are exporting the subdivision too with 8K textures. Yeah, so okay, we have already exported our FBX. Just a quick information, this is another small one, but maybe we can play around with some post processing here. Just some stage, we have some post effects which we can put a bit more interesting appearance here on the character. Maybe let's try with sun effect, moonlight effect. This is static noise. This looks very cool actually, but also if you want to adjust some parameters related to this post effect, still you can do that from a visual tab here. If I go there, then you see that actually I just added all of these things together, so maybe we can try to remove some of them. The color filter is coming by default. This desert sun was not there, so moonlight also, let's remove this one. Static noise, maybe we can keep it, and this one maybe we can go with blend strength a little bit down. Static noise also, let's see what how much it affects. It affects around maybe a little bit less. Size also, let's see, actually let's make it so big and see the differences here. Yeah, I think that much should be fine. Let's go with war style, maybe we can even exaggerate it and see. What happens if we just remove this one? What about this NPR? Let's remove this one. So at last, and how to use the CC5 characters in Unreal Engine. So with the plugins, actually we just import it and use it. So even, so for example, if you remember this animation sequence, which I demonstrated how I did that in a previous video for comparing with this facial animations plugin. So what I did, I just copied the existing animation sequence and I just replaced the skeleton with my guy, and that's actually it. And here in the sequencer I just did these things and it worked. Basically that's it. Maybe another tutorial if you guys want to see that how I achieved this scene. I can also do another one, but I think that should be it today. See you in the next one.